Hello everyone and welcome to FANTAVISION. My name is Fanta and this is Tales from Retail, where I tell my horror stories from my time at retail. Today I'm going to be talking about when I worked at GameStop. Now GameStop was probably the best of the crappy jobs that I worked because I worked at a Chinese food restaurant and then I worked at GameStop and then I worked at Walmart. And Walmart was probably the worst of the three, believe it or not. The China place was like a close second. China shop. The Chinese restaurant was a close second. And then GameStop was in third. But there's still a lot of dumb, weird things that happened when I was working at GameStop. So, once again, I'm going to kind of set the tone. I don't really have any specific, crazy story for this episode, but I do want to give kind of my story. I guess it is a story. Never mind. You already clicked away if you got impatient, but that's fine. So, this story is really about how crazy GameStop gets sometimes. How weird they get. There was a time where every single week the manager would check the camera. Like, you'd be up there all alone while the manager watches hours and hours and hours of footage to make sure that you're greeting every customer at the door. I mean, that's fine, right? Like, you should greet the customer. That makes sense. Then you also have to give them the flyer. Okay, makes a little bit of sense. Then you have to wait a little bit, see which section they go to, and then get a pre-order list of all the games coming out for that system and take it to that customer. Now, this was a great way to get our pre-order numbers up, and it did work. It worked quite a bit. However, if it were me shopping there, if a store had an associate follow me around the store and keep handing me pieces of paper, probably not going to shop there, which is why I don't shop at GameStop. I don't like being upsold. That's why EG's pisses... Okay, nobody knows what EG's is. That's why Subway's kind of annoying now. Every fast food restaurant, do you want to try this? Do you want to add this? Do you want to make it a combo? Do you want to do this? Do you want to donate to this? Every single store and every single restaurant has add-ons now. It's frustrating. It's like video games. There's like deals. There's microtransactions at restaurants and stores in real life now. Isn't that incredible? Not in a good way. Not incredible in a good way. But anyway, so GameStop, I believe, is the worst at doing the upsell. Go ahead and comment down below if you can think of something that's worse. But think about how many questions you're asked when you go to a GameStop. Kind of derailed this a little bit, that's fine. You walk in, usually you're greeted. At the one I go to, I'm not even greeted anymore. It's kind of dumb. Even if I'm the only one in the store. I don't know. Greet me. It's a small store. Anyway, so I walk in, and then when I'm checking out, they ask, do you want to pre-order anything? No. Are you sure you don't want to pre-order, I don't know, a guide or t-shirt, something like that? I don't want to pre-order anything. Oh, looks like your Power Rewards card expired. Do you want to renew that? No, I don't want to renew that. Are you sure it saves you a bunch of money? I see you trade in a lot of stuff. You could have saved $100 last year. Real quick, let's go ahead and pause this simulation, if you will, of GameStop. And let me tell you a secret that GameStop won't tell you. That amount of money that you saved is bullshit. Because every single one of those issues that you don't get of Game Informer, or that you miss when you're not using that card, or even when you use the card, they're adding to that tally of how much you've saved. They add about $5-6 towards that tally for each Game Informer. So you're not saving as much as you think. So if they tell you you save $30, you probably save like nothing. So anyway, let's get back into the simulation. Oh, you saved $130 last year. You sure you don't want to renew? I'm sure I don't want to renew. I just want to buy my game. Oh, okay, that's cool. They bring up the game. Do you want the gameplay guarantee on that? Now, the gameplay guarantee, the fact that they're still offering this is ridiculous. Because the gameplay guarantee, okay, I can kind of see its use. Back when the 360, you look at it wrong and it'll do that circle scratch on your game and it's dead. You just lost $60. That makes sense, okay? I could understand that. I bought that back when my Xbox 360 was doing that. I would occasionally buy a gameplay guarantee on that brand new $60 game. Because I didn't want to, take it home, have my Xbox kill it, and come back and go, oh. But they're still offering it on Xbox One and PS4, Wii U, and Switch. Switch games. They're offering this gameplay guarantee on Switch games. Spoiler alert, you don't need a scratch protection on any of those formats I just listed. Blu-ray is a super durable format. It's not going to scratch. Unless you're taking it and you're rubbing it against stucco on your wall, you're fine. You're not going to scratch that disc. And if you do, it'll probably still read. It'll be fine. The Switch, do I really have to? It's a cartridge, okay? DS games. I got a couple people to buy GPGs on DS games. That was sad. Sometimes I did it just to see if people would do it. I have a couple stories about that. I don't know if you guys want to hear that. It's definitely not like a horror story. It's kind of funny, but anyway. So, look at how many things you've been asked. Coming back to the main topic of this video, look at how many damn things you've been asked. You've been asked about pre-orders at least twice. You've been asked about your damn card 2 or 3 times, depending on how much they really want it. And then at the end of that, you think you're free. No, you're not. GPG. So, there's just so much crap, so many questions just to buy a damn game. I go to Best Buy, I buy the game, and I'm done. Sometimes they'll be like, do you want to protect this game? And I'll just give them a look. And they're like, yeah, I don't know why I just asked you that. And then they'll continue on with your day. But GameStop are relentless because back to the cameras and them watching you, if you're still watching, they would make sure that you did every single step of this process or you'd get written up. Ridiculous. You get a coaching. And with coachings, it means you can't get promoted for, I believe, 6 months. Something crazy like that. You can't get promoted and you can't change stores. So let's say you're going to move at some point and you're trying to, and like, oh, you got a coaching because you didn't give somebody a piece of paper once. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So we have to constantly be worried that somebody's going to watch us on the camera, forget to give somebody a piece of paper. Ridiculous. I never got coached for it, thank God. I know I missed a couple people. They must have just missed that footage, but I knew they were watching it. It's not an empty threat. It was real. They were doing it. I'd go back there to go to the bathroom and switch out, and they'd have to pause the video in the middle of watching it and then go back out there. It was ridiculous. With all that being said, if you think the employees working at your store are annoying, now you know why. Because if they're not annoying, they're not going to hit their numbers, which they're going to get yelled at for. They're going to be seen on the camera that they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, which it seems to be like they're not doing anything anymore because they're not greeting me at the door anymore. They're not handing out those flyers anymore. They're not even like the weekly flyers. They don't even hand out anymore, and they don't hand out the pre-order sheets. So I don't know. It's really weird because sometimes GameStop was one of the most relaxed environments ever. As long as you're hitting your numbers, people wouldn't give a shit. But there were these just certain times where other stores weren't doing well, or the whole district, even though your store's doing great, you have to follow in line with the rest of the district, and are you fucking kidding me? Sometimes I didn't mind working there. When I first started working there, it was not too bad. When I became a manager, they put a lot more responsibility on me. I was fine with responsibility. I mean, I worked the entire store some days, all by myself, open and close, super simple, but I don't know. That's really a store-by-store basis, my experience with managers. But I could get into a lot of stories with that too. Put down in the comments what kind of stories you guys are looking for with GameStop, what kind of stories you have about GameStop, maybe working there or just shopping there. Leave a like down below if you like this video, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I hope you guys enjoyed that small taste of what it was like to work at GameStop, especially during those weird, crazy surveillance days. And if you want to hear more about my experience of just working there or specific stories, like I said, let me know in the comments. Have a fantastic day.